This is a segment where we take a look at a board game based on an IP, and I tell you if the IP and the mechanisms match together. Today we're looking at Frosty the Snowman, the card game. And in this one, what you're trying to do is get the little kids to line up in a certain order so they can take their parade run. It's the beginning of the show. Let's take a look at how the game plays. We'll get back. I'll tell you if the IP and the mechanisms match. So Frosty the Snowman is very easy. You're going to have these gold tiles that you'll have. You'll put the Frosty in the front and the kids based on their number and line. On your turn, you can do one of three actions. The first one is take one of this and play a card down and move him up or back one space depending on whatever the goal is you're trying to accomplish. If you wanted to, you could play a card. Say I want to move this red person and another player has another card. I can play those two cards, swap the locations of the two players, and both people will draw up at the end of the turn. If I had cards that really didn't help us at all, the third possible action, I could just discard these cards and draw back up to my hand limit of 3 or 2 based on number of players. What I'm trying to do is get the kids in this order that's listed on this gold card. If I accomplish this, then I flip it over and I'm done, and I would move on to the next one, which has the kids in a different order. If I do this 3 times, I win on easy, 4 times is medium, and 5 is hard. And that's how you play Frosty the Snowman. I do feel like the IP matches the mechanisms from the beginning of the show. Now, you don't go on the full adventure of Frosty. It's really about the parade version and trying to get lined up in a parade. Now, it's a little bit of a stretch of why we're trying to get in a certain order, but we are trying to line up against Frosty, and I like to picture that the kids are fighting for their little respect of where they're going to be in line. So that works in that regard. The game is really fun. My kids really, really like this, but keep in mind, this is for younger gamers. This is 4+. So you probably want to play this with little kids. You're not going to play this with your gaming buddies, but it might be a little fun game to play while you're waiting to open presents on Christmas Eve or with the extended family that can get into this game. It's very simple to play, but it's really intended for children. I think that's going to be its sweet spot. For me, it's a keeper. I feel like the IP and the mechanisms fit okay together, and it works as a package.